I found out my dad is Batman when I was 16, and now my childhood makes way more sense. Throwaway because, well, obvious reasons. Growing up, my dad was weird, but in a very specific way. He was rich, not private jet influencer rich. More like never talks about money but owns half of downtown rich. Emotionally distant, and somehow always covered in bruises he refused to explain. Like, black eye, walked into a door, broken ribs, pulled a muscle golfing, disappeared for 3 days. Business trip. Sure, dad. Very normal, very believable. He was also intense about rules, curfews, safety, never going out at night alone, never trusting men in clown makeup. I thought that was just a metaphor. And don't get me started on how fast he could appear when I was in trouble. One time I got cornered by some older kids, and my dad showed up out of nowhere like he'd been summoned. I thought he was just an overprotective billionaire with control issues. Then, when I was 16, everything fell apart. I came home early from school one day because classes were canceled. The house was supposed to be empty. Instead, I heard noises coming from the hidden elevator I wasn't supposed to know about. Yeah, that elevator. I followed it down. Bad idea. Worst idea of my life. The doors opened into what I can only describe as a crime-fighting nightmare. Armored suits, computer screens, vehicles that definitely violated several laws of physics, and a giant bat symbol glowing in the dark like it was judging me. And standing there, halfway out of a suit, was my dad. We just stared at each other for a full minute. He finally said, "You weren't supposed to see this yet. Not what is this, not how did you get here yet." That's when it clicked. The absences. The injuries, the voice on the news every night talking about the Batman, the way dad would go quiet whenever the signal lit up the sky. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I laughed. Like full-on hysterical laughter. My dad is Batman. I said, "You grounded me for staying out past 10 but you fight armed criminals at night." He sighed. The deepest sigh. Like a man who has fought crime for decades and just lost an argument to a teenager. We talked for hours. He explained everything, why he started, why he kept it secret, why he tried so hard to give me a normal life. He said being Batman was his responsibility, but being my dad was his priority, which hit harder than any villain monologue. Nothing's been the same since. I still go to school. I still have homework. But now sometimes I hear the Batmobile start up beneath my room, and I know my dad is going out to save the city. I don't tell anyone. I can't. This is the weight he carries, and now I carry it too.